have a roll call, please?
Here.
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 Here. Here.
Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
Here. Everyone, please stand for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. And would Legislator Kalmus please lead us in the invocation?
God our Father, we thank you for the grace for each one of us here to serve Lewis County. And as we celebrate the 4th of July this week, we thank you for the liberty that's granted to us. And we know deeply the costs paid by many freedoms we enjoy. Let us never forget this. And we remember the men and women who have ultimately given the sacrifice to protect this freedom. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Okay, tonight we have a public hearing, local law amending local law number 2-2021 to extend the authorization of 12 and 13-year-old licensed hunters to hunt deer with a firearm or a crossbow during the hunting season with the supervision of a licensed adult pursuant to Environmental Conservation Law 11-0935. Is there anyone here that would like to comment on that pending law? Be any interest? So we'll leave that open for 30 minutes and we'll move to approving the June 6th board meeting minutes. If there are no amendments, they stand approved. Privilege of the floor. Is there anyone here that would like privilege of the floor? If you would make sure that mic is on, Mike, and then please state your name for the record.
Hey, thank you. My name is Mike Liverker, and I'm the president of Black River Valley Four-Wheeler Club based in Branningham. I just wanted to let everybody know, and I'm pleased to announce that recently we were awarded $6,000 grant from the Yamaha Outdoor Access Innovation Program. This award will be used to improve off-road trail signage. The funding will go towards installing proper name signs, parking lot kiosks, destination signs, and replacing traffic control signs. The improved signage will be implemented on off-road trails in the Lewis County's reforestation area called the Commons, comprising the townships of Gregg and Lionsdale. The off-road trails off the Middle Road, Fish Creek Road, Lions Falls Road, Brick Crossing Road, and the entire railroad bed from the edge in Lions Falls to the old school in Glenfield and to the Pioneer Cafe. Proper signage will ensure that riders stay on designated trails that can accurately report emergencies to 911. Additionally, riders will be able to coordinate their ATV maps or GPS devices with the signage. We're very grateful for Yamaha to consider the club for this award and support from Watertown Yamaha Power Sports and the technical assistance that I got from Jackie Mahoney's office, which was very grateful. So here's a blown up copy of the check that we got. So we'll do what we can do on the signage. A lot of the trails up in the area they're not even named. So now we got to come up with names for the trails, and we'll get that done, and then we'll start moving ahead. So, and through the youth board, I did get money to give carabiners out to the students that take snowmobile boating classes, and we want to get into ATV classes. So each kid gets a carabiner, and I gave everybody here's got one. You can get it out later. So
We have quite a few of them here.
Yep.
If anyone would like a carabiner.
So we appreciate that. So thank you very much.
Mike, just one question. you're going to coordinate this signage and these efforts with Jackie Mahoney.
Yep, oh yeah, it's definitely all, yep, definitely.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else like privilege of the floor? If not, we'll move on to report of the Financial Rules Committee per Rule 6. Cassandra, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Finance and Rules Committee has met and they recommend to waive rules to act upon late resolutions.
Need a motion? Jessica, second by Andrea. Any discussion? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Look at the board reports, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Board of Legislators received 3 adopted resolutions from Cattaraugus County titled as follows: applauding NRA's victory in SCOTUS decision and commending New York State, commending state and federal elected officials for allowing electric vehicles to go condemning state and federal elected officials for allowing electric vehicles to go untaxed at the same rate as fuel-powered vehicles, and urging New York State Public Service Commission to reject National Grid's proposed rate increases for electric and natural gas. Another adopted resolution was received from Franklin County titled calling on members of the New York State Senate and Assembly to reform the state's competency restoration process and support the passage of Senate Bill 1874, Assembly Bill 5063 in the 2024 legislative session. Yates County submitted an adopted resolution titled opposing Senate Bill S8461B, proposed shooting range restrictions. That concludes my report.
Thank you. We'll move to standing committee reports and start with Finance and Rules Committee with Legislator Osborne, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to report that the Real Property Tax Services Department has been entering grievance day changes into real property system and will update the county taxable value once all changes have been submitted. Real Property Director Candy Aiken gave a presentation to supervisors and mayors recently for county assessing and data collection services, which was well received, with several towns showing interest in the service. Real Property System Specialist has submitted her resignation, so Candy is working with Human Resources to refill the position as soon as possible. Village tax rolls and bills have been created and mailed. And I will make a motion to move to authorize the closing of non-essential county offices on Wednesday, August 7th from 2 to 4:30 p.m. for the Employee Appreciation and Recognition event. I make that a motion.
Moved by Tom. Do I have a second? Herb, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye,
Anyone opposed? Carries.
and that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Do we have any questions for Tom? Thank you, Tom. And we'll move to General Services Committee with Legislator Moorhan, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Emergency Management Department has been busy. There are 11 students enrolled in the A-EMT class currently. 3 students have passed the basic EMT rapid refresher class and need to schedule their final exam. Planning has begun for the EMS volunteers needed for the Lewis County Fair Command Trailer. The new certified first responders and basic EMTs program for BOCES will begin this fall. The next Lewis County Emergency Planning Committee is scheduled for July 22nd, 2024, held at the Lewis County JCC Educational Center. And that's all I have.
Any questions for Andrea? Thank you. And we'll move to Human Services Committee with Legislator Moser.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Youth Bureau received a $500 donation from the Laval American Legion to support National Night Out. which is scheduled for August 23rd from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the fairgrounds. Summer youth employment has received 117 applications. However, limited funding will only allow social services to employ approximately 50 youth this summer at various job sites throughout the county. The above ceiling insulation work has been completed on the social services side of the building, which was done with the cooperation and help of the staff. EBT cards for SNAP benefits were transitioned to a new vendor statewide, which required additional work on fiscal staff to convert systems and process reconciliations. And that is all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Any questions for Jessica? Thank you. And we'll move on to the Vinnie Nortz, our hospital representative on the board of hospital managers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to start off with mentioning that the employee of the month was Ginny Stogsdill. She's a senior custodial worker. Also, there was a gain of $337,000 versus a budgeted gain of $136,000. Year to date, the gain has been $1,882,000. General surgery experienced an $88,000 loss in the month of May as there were less surgeries than budget in both OB/GYN and general surgery. However, lab and radiology experienced a $1 million gain. There has also been 30 births to date in maternity with an averaging of 10 births per month. The Building and Grounds Committee monthly architecture and engineering report was prepared by BCA and shared with members of the board and was discussed in detail on Monday, June 24th. Mr. Mazicki, the chairman of the board, Building and Grounds Committee, shared his final punch items for the expansion up there, and they were in the final stages of payment with the contractors. Also, too, the Lewis County Friends of Hospice made a donation of $125,000 to the Lewis County Hospice, which is a tremendous goal. Well, what else was there? The LPN program at Jeff Lewis Bosse's is being unveiled. Right now, they're meeting to see what they need for, finalize a list of equipment they need to do it. This also noted the financial aid person will be working to help explain the financial aid process. He also shared that the workforce program increased the eligibility for CNAs to $21 to $25 an hour. And lastly, Mr. Hayer's contract has been expended by the board till 2026, I believe. That's my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any questions for Vinnie? Thank you. And we'll move on to the county manager report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll keep it nice and quick this evening. The 2025 budget is open for department heads, so we will begin the process of planning for the 2025 budget. Some of the department heads have already, I believe actually most have already met with Brian, our purchasing director, to talk about their capital projects. And they will meet with Caitlin to talk about their personnel needs. By the time they get to Eric and I later this month, a lot of those pieces should be in place. So we will begin the budget process. And as always, we'll be bringing some stuff back, kind of first look of some pieces of the budget at the committee meetings in September. So that's where we stand. Other than that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Ryan. And we'll move to the county treasurer report. Eric, please.
Thanks. I'm a little off guard. That was really short.
He's been coached by Tom.
You have my written report, just a couple of other notes. And as Ryan mentioned, our budget process is just kicking into gear. The Office of State Controller's audit, which we've updated you on, and their report that will be released. We actually just sent in our response this afternoon. So they should be issuing their report, I would think, within a week. So it will be publicly released. And then we have 90 more days to submit a corrective action plan. which I think will be relatively straightforward. So we will begin to work on that. I also did provide you a review of our contingency accounts for the first 6 months of the year. We're in pretty good shape on those accounts. Hopefully we'll continue that for the rest of the year. And obviously our health fund balance is an area of focus. We are still significantly in a deficit position. Very hard to tell when we're going to start to climb up that hill. But we will see if we can. We can't affect claims, so I can't make any predictions, but we're going to see if we can move that in the right direction. I'll do my best to answer any questions.
Questions for Eric? We will move to the report of the Finance and Rules Committee per Rule 7, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Finance and Rules Committee reports that they have examined the claims presented for payment in the total amount of $2,657,194.91 and recommend that they be audited and allowed for the amounts claimed.
Someone like to move that, please? Tom, second, Vinnie. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Anyone opposed? That carries. So moving on to resolutions, we have several that have been asked to be pulled for individual vote. And we need another 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes on 121, which is the local law 2021 on hunting. So my suggestion would be that we go through the rest of these, leave 121, and we'll go through them all individually because there's not many left after the rest of these have been pulled. So everyone's okay with that? We'll move forward.
The first resolution is number 120-2024, auditing and allowing claims.
Moved by Andrea. Do I have a second? Herb, any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I just have to recuse myself because there's checks payable to me or based upon vouchers I approved.
Thank you. So you note that for Jessica, please. And this is a roll call.
Legislator Calamus,
Yes.
Legislator Nortz,
Yes.
Legislator Leindecker,
Yes.
Legislator Osborne,
Yes.
Legislator Leviker,
Yes.
Legislator Morahan,
Yes.
Legislator Nellenbach,
Yes.
Legislator Frost.
Yes.
I have down Legislator Mosier recuses and Legislator Dahlhoff.
Yes.
The next one would be resolution number 124.
122.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're doing them separately. My mistake. 122 is resolution authorizing change order to the agreement with Betty and Kring for infilling existing openings at the outdoor services building.
Moved by second. Yes. Any discussion? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries.
Resolution number 123 is a resolution authorizing change order to the agreement with Betty and Kring for rock removal under the Facilities Improvement Project.
Moved by Tom, second by Vinnie. Discussion. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries.
Resolution number 124 is a resolution authorizing change order to the agreement with Betty and Kring for security sound control work at the Social Services Building under the Facilities Improvement Project.
Moved by Tom, second by Jeff. Discussion.
That was to make the rooms soundproof. Is that my understanding? That there was a problem with the rooms? Okay.
Was that missed in the original blueprints? Did the engineer miss it?
I won't assess blame, but I can say that the cost of this changeover will be deducted from our bill to CNS.
Anything else? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries.
Resolution 125 is a resolution awarding bid and authorizing an agreement with Climate Control Mechanical of New York for installation of ductless split system AC units at the DMV BOE building.
Who would like to move it? Josh, second by Vincent. Any discussion?
We're not paying, I see we're not paying for this one either. That was missed in the original plans. What about the fire alarms and handicap doors in the bathroom?
What building?
Elections. The handicap bathroom, the doors open in. They're not supposed to control it.
I have not been made aware of that issue, so I'll have to look into that. What was the other one? The fire
Fire
alarms.
alarms before elections. I didn't see any.
Yeah, there aren't any fire alarms there. That was perhaps you'd call it value engineering decision. A commercial building of that size is not required by code fire alarms. But they suppose maybe they need to be added, but it was not in the original design.
Will these units that we're installing, will they make up the difference in what's missing from the original specs that we asked for the cooling of the building?
I think that's the goal. I'm by no means an expert in, the power of mini splits, but yeah, I mean, we weren't satisfied with the airflow and the temperature control in those back three offices, the two commissioners' offices and the DMV supervisor office. It's a brand new building. We were expecting, obviously, to have the type of airflow that you would expect out of a brand new building. So adding these would be to remedy that.
I'm just curious, is ductless if it will get into those offices and stuff?
They're going to be in the mini splits are going to be in the
each
office.
individual one. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
three.
thinking just one unit per each
No,
side. Okay.
no, 3 mini splits in each of those offices. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 126 is a resolution pursuant to local law number 2-2007, finding and determining that an unsafe structure shall be demolished and removed and to set hearing for final order.
Moved by Tom. Do I have a second? Tom Kalmus. Do I have a second? Josh? Any discussion? All in favor? Anyone opposed? That carries.
Resolution number 127 is a resolution authorizing memorandum of understanding with Jefferson County for bi-county mobile crisis program development and implementation.
Moved by Andrea, second by Barry. Any discussion? All in favor? Anyone opposed? That carries.
Resolution number 128 is a resolution authorizing agreement between Alcohol and Substance Abuse Council of Jefferson County, DBA Pivot, and Lewis County Community Services.
Someone like to move it? Vince, second by Herb. Discussion. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries.
Resolution number 129 is a resolution amending 2024 compensation plan to increase district attorney salary pursuant to New York State budget mandate and judiciary law.
Moved by Jessica, second by Tom Osborne. Discussion.
I've been hearing a lot of things that he's still not living in the county. I don't know if it's true or not, but until I know for myself, I can't vote yes on this. I know but I know, sorry, Mike, but it's not time for you to be talking. I know this is mandatory by the state of New York, but until I know,
Well, I would expect that there's probably a grace period that he has to move here.
There's no specific time frame in the law in terms of that, but generally when we have anybody who is coming in as an elected official from outside the county, they do get a grace period to move here. He is already renting a space in Osceola, and or he was, and he has purchased a house. I don't know exactly where, I wouldn't disclose it anyway, but that's my understanding of where that all is. And um, I understand Legislator Decker's concern about that, but that's not what this resolution is about. So, you know, you can voice your opposition to the resolution on it.
I do know the house is unlivable. It's been totally gutted.
Well, along with what Joan just mentioned, this is monetary compensation for him. There's been, resistance to this in the past, to that in the past. The county has no say in this. It's driven by the state, it's mandated by the state. I think the last time around, we voted to hold off on it. And in the end, we not only had to pay the salary, we had to pay the interest that was accrued for the time period that we didn't pay them. So it's another one of New York State's unfunded mandates, and I'm not sure anyone's comfortable with, but that's where we're at. So,
I would add, I just looked it up. So he did buy a house in the town of Denmark and it was recorded June 5th. So just,
any further discussion? All in favor? Anyone opposed?
Opposed.
So we're Legislator Linedecker opposed, and the motion carries.
Resolution 130 is a resolution providing preliminary comments and opposition to OSHA proposed emergency responder comprehensive safety plan document.
By Jessica, second Herb, discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Carries.
Resolution number 131 is a resolution designating the Lewis County Fire and Emergency Management Services Department as the official emergency management office under the New York State Emergency Management Accreditation Program during periods of emergencies.
Move. Vince? Jeff, discussion. Favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 132 is a resolution opposing New York State Bill S 4040B and Assembly Bill A 7532B requiring mandated membership on IDAs.
Herb? Discussion.
I think this would be a good idea. We might end up with some different people on the boards. Right now, when you look at Naturally Lewis IDA, it's the same people over and over. Maybe this would force us to put some different people on these boards, get some different ideas.
I would disagree with that. I think we have good representation on the board and we have representation from all walks of life and experiences.
I disagree. I mean, I see the same people over and over again.
By same people, what do you mean by that?
it's always the same people. I mean, let's get some different ideas up there.
The only problem I have with that, if you make it compulsory, you're not getting people who might want to be there. I know it's the same people over and over again because it's the same people who care and want to work, that are willing to do the job, that, you know, take the time and do it. You can't, what's the old saying, you can't lead a horse to water and make him drink. Well, that's about the way this is too. If you don't care about the community, you don't want to do anything, you're not going to. It's not, it can't be a mandatory thing, in my opinion.
I agree with that too. Herb and I are both on that board for IDA. And like Herb's saying, we do have it geographically stationed, so we have representation from all over the county. I understand what you're saying, but it is local volunteers, and I'm afraid if we did something to place more regulation on it, it becomes more complicated and difficult to fill those areas.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Anyone opposed?
I'm opposed.
No legislator Weindecker opposed, and the resolution carries.
Resolution 133 is a resolution to accept New York Swim's lifeguard grant for Lewis County eligible public swimming locations.
Moved by Tom Galmus, second by Vince. Discussion. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries.
Resolution number 134 is a resolution authorizing Lewis County to apply for 2024 Office of Community Renewal New York Main Street Program Grant Downtown Stabilization Project Funding.
Moved by Andrea, second by Jessica. Discussion. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries.
Resolution number 135 is a resolution authorizing application for 2024 and 2025 Smart Growth Community Planning and Zoning Grant Program funds to update the Lewis County Comprehensive Plan.
Moved by Josh, second by Tom Kelmus. Any discussion? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries.
Resolution 136 is a resolution authorizing an agreement between New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and the County of Lewis for the acceptance of Adirondack Park Community Smart Growth Grant Program funds to complete a winter recreation trail development plan.
Moved by Jeff, second by Tom Osborne. Discussion. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries.
Resolution number 137 is a resolution to award bid and authorize contract with MJ Leindecker Logging LLC.
Moved by Vince, second by Herb. Discussion. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries.
Resolution number 138 is a resolution authorizing agreement between the County of Lewis and United Radio to provide video surveillance coverage at 10 Lewis County 911 tower sites.
Moved by Tom Osborne, second by Jeff. Discussion. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Resolution carries.
Resolution 139 is a resolution rescinding resolution number 119, 2024, and resubmitting workday and reporting resolution.
Moved by Vince, second by Andrea. Discussion. All in favor? Anyone opposed? That carries.
Resolution number 140 is a resolution authorizing agreements for backup and emergency jail nurse services during planned and unplanned extended time off periods in 2024 to meet New York State DOC requirements and the Sheriff's Department.
Moved by Josh, second by Andrea. Discussion. This is a backup plan to the backup plan that we have, correct? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Carries. I think we're, time-wise, we're okay.
You need to close the public hearing.
Oh, good thought. Anyone here would like to comment on the local law 2-21 to extend the authorization of 12 and 13-year-old licensed hunters to hunt deer with a firearm or crossbow during hunting season with the supervision of a licensed adult pursuant to Environmental Conservation Law 11-0935. Anyone like to comment on that? Says here. I can't believe how many times we've been through this. Seeing no interest, we will now close the public hearing and move to the resolution.
Resolution number 121 is a resolution adopting and otherwise treating local law number 2-2024.
Moved by Josh, second by Vince. Discussion. All in favor?
This is a roll call
Opposed?
vote. Mosher,
Yes.
Nortz,
Yes.
Legislator Lindecker,
Yes.
Legislator Frost,
Yes.
Legislator Leviker, Legislator Moorhan,
Yes.
Legislator Nellenbach,
Yes.
Legislator Osborne,
Yes.
Legislator Calamus,
Yes.
Legislator Dahlhoff.
To other business. Do you have any other business that we need to attend to? If not, set the motion to adjourn. Herb, second by Jeff. All in favor? We are adjourned.